This is KMAX News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Ryan Chandler. Well, a tough loss for the Red Raiders down in Austin tonight. And if it's not too soon, if you're ready to talk about it, our David Collier has the breakdown.
Ryan, it might be too soon, let's be honest. All right, long day for the Texas Tech defense there in Austin. Simply put, if the Longhorns got the ball on offense, it pretty much resulted in points, not just points, touchdowns. First drive of the game, Casey Thompson to Bijan Robinson takes it 38 yards down the far sideline for the first score of the game. Made it 7-0, now 14-0 in the second. Tyler Shuck getting half of it back, dives into the end zone, but if you see there, he grabs at his collarbone area. He would throw a pick on his next series and leave the game with an injury after that. Henry Colombi ready for the moment, the 40-yard touchdown pass to Miles Price to make it 35-14. Texas up 42-14 in the second half. Third quarter now, Colombi to Loic Fungee. The nice move there, a little help from the Texas defense tackling one another. And that's a 69-yard touchdown to make it 49-21. But the defense, as we mentioned, not up to the challenge today. Thompson to Xavier Worthy. Spins, and he is gone. The defense giving up an average of 290 yards a game before today. The Horns had more than that at the half. For the second straight year, Texas scores the most points ever in this series history, 70-35 the final. Eric Kelly now with more from Austin.
Well, David, we came in praising this Texas Tech defense, which entered the game against Texas on this Saturday, 9th in the nation in rushing defense, and exiting the game, not so much praise for the Red Raiders after this Texas Longhorn rushing attack eviscerated them on the ground for 336 yards. It really started from the jump, and it started and ended really with Bijan Robinson, who had 18 carries for 137 yards. Four different Longhorns had at least 40 rushing yards in this game. And while it's easy to highlight the guys who racked up the yards, really, when it came down to it, according to head coach Matt Wells, it was just a story of two different sides up front.
I just thought they dominated with their offensive line. It wasn't so much the scheme. It was we couldn't get off blocks. We were fitting things up wrong, and they owned the line of scrimmage. That's obviously what we're about to dig into and try to find out. But that certainly is a cause for concern for us right now and to try to fix.
All the yards they got, I felt like they were on us. We practically gave them everything. They did a really good job running the stretch, taking shots, and we just couldn't get them on the ground. So all credit goes to them for executing. They tested us, and we just couldn't defend like we were capable of.
So obviously a game to forget for this Texas Tech defense, as the Red Raiders gave up 70 points to this Longhorns team, the most ever in this series. But with all that being said, still a pretty good offensive performance, all things considered, especially with that critical injury to Tyler Shuck. We'll have more on the play of Henry Colombi coming up in sports. For now, though, reporting from Texas Memorial Stadium for the Red Raider Nation, I'm Eric Kelly.
Yeah, we'll have more from the game against the Longhorns, plus a look around the Big 12 coming up in Red Raider Nation. Ryan.
All right, David, Eric, thank you very much. And looking locally now, Texas DPS has released details of Thursday morning's deadly crash between two semi-trucks in Scurry County. They report one of the trucks was stopped on the side of US 84 with a flat tire. When the other truck slammed into the back of it, the parked truck then skid on its side into a ditch and caught fire. The driver in the parked truck, 48-year-old Vladimir Soros of Houston, was killed, and his passenger, 29-year-old Joshua Llewellyn, was injured and treated at UMC. Luckily, nobody in the other truck was injured. Be safe out there, everybody, and also be sustainable. There's a new way to recycle here in Lubbock. The city is partnering with Texas Tech to put 20 new recycling bins on Tech's campus after their old recycling center closed in 2020. It'll be near the physical plant at 3122 Main Street and can accept aluminum, papers, and plastics. The city says this will improve the city's recycling opportunities in the community and continue their commitment to sustainability. And it was a beautiful day for the start of the 19th annual Pumpkin Patch Festival at First Cumberland Church today. The festival offers 10,000 pumpkins for sale, and it's not just a great way to get officially in the fall spirit, it's also a major fundraiser. These pumpkins are grown on the Navajo Indian Reservation in New Mexico, and they help raise money for the reservation's education system. So you can head on out to 7702 Indiana Avenue, get a pumpkin, and support Native education until 7:30 on any day until October 31st. And there's actually lots of kindness happening in our community today. Boy Scouts from the local Pack 536 teamed up with Roscoe Wilson Elementary School today to help them install a new ball pit on their campus. Their Cub master said it's reassuring to see these acts of service come from the youth in our community.
For us, for Cub Scouts, it's all about getting kids outside, getting them outdoors. Our theme this year is Escape the Indoors. We've all been cooped up long enough. So getting kids into the outdoors. And so we'll be installing this new Gaga Ball pit for Roscoe Wilson Elementary.
More charity today coming from West Texas Endurance, who hosted the 7th Willie McCool Memorial Half Marathon at the Silent Wings Museum this morning. Runners from across Lubbock came out not just to run, but to raise money for the Willie McCool Scholarship Fund at Coronado High School. The race was postponed due to the pandemic last year, but they're back to honor a local legend. Willie McCool went to high school at Coronado in Lubbock before graduating from the Naval Academy and becoming a NASA astronaut. But he was tragically killed when he flew to space as the youngest male crew member when the space shuttle Columbia exploded in 2003. His parents, Audrey and Barry McCool, say this half marathon is the perfect way to honor their son, an avid runner for the Coronado track team. And West Texas Endurance says all those who ran or walked today remembered a true American hero. And let's get a look outside. Madison, how's the weather going?
We're looking at a pretty clear night for this evening, but we are going to be seeing a change in our forecast as we start to get into early next week. Taking a look at Doppler 1 radar tonight, we're seeing mostly clear skies across our area. Anything that you're really seeing on radar right now isn't cloud cover. It's actually picking up the wind farms outside of town. So sustainable energy out there, but not a lot of cloud cover. Going into later this week, we are going to be seeing these clear skies continue, but our rain chances are going to be going back up. Clear skies out there in Levelland tonight. Hour by hour, we're going to be seeing temperatures drop down into the high 60s by the time we get around to midnight and all the way down to the 50s for any Sunday morning drives you're wanting to go on. In your first forecast, you can see this change that is coming up. Sunny skies for your sunny Sunday, but then those scattered showers are going to be coming in with that front on Monday and Tuesday. I'll have more information on that in your full forecast coming up.
Madison, thank you very much. And this week, local leaders are deciding how to spend nearly $120 million of federal COVID-19 relief money. That's how much the Lubbock area will receive soon from the American Rescue Plan. I spoke with our county judge yesterday, who says they will give you a chance to get a slice of that cash too. The county is receiving over $60 million for COVID recovery, and in October, they'll start inviting small businesses, nonprofits, and arts organizations who have been harmed by the pandemic to apply for some of that aid. All of that money has to be allocated by the end of 2024, and the county must spend all of it by 2026. So Judge Parrish tells me he wants to make sure that we keep all of those dollars in Lubbock.
We are forming right now the application process. So about the middle of October, we will have those applications ready for, again, any citizen, organizations, nonprofit organizations, etc., to come in and say, we were adversely affected by COVID.
And turning now to the southern border, where law enforcement has cleared a camp of thousands of Haitians seeking refuge, and the Biden administration taking criticism from fellow Democrats for flying many of them back to their home country. Our Jennifer Sanders takes a look at the migrants at the border and the Texans trying to help them.
From late Thursday afternoon to early Friday morning, thousands of Haitian migrants arrived on buses to Houston seeking asylum. Austin food truck owner Naka Hillary traveled there to welcome them.
It's devastating to see it. You know, one thing I can say, I didn't see anybody crying or everyone just looked tired.
As the daughter of two Haitian immigrants, she's volunteering to cook and help those landing in Texas. For some Haitians, like Pflugerville Council member Rudy Mateer, the images like these of people at the border and how they're treated aren't surprising. For him, it's history repeating itself.
It's a frustrating topic because I remember as a kid hearing that same conversation from my parents. And now we're fast forwarding 40 years later or so, and it's still happening with that case.
He's calling for equal treatment and resources for all migrants. UT professor Denise Gilman has worked in immigration law for more than 20 years. She says she has spent a lot of time with both Afghani and Haitian migrants this year, and their experience once they arrive in the U.S. differs for one specific reason.
Most Haitians that we're talking about now are still in the process of seeking asylum in the United States, so they don't have access to those benefits. whereas many Afghanis are coming into the country already having been recognized as refugees.
Right now, she's helping Haitian women at this detention center in Taylor. She says they have a long journey ahead.
Their asylum claims, that can take a very long time because the courts are very backlogged. It can easily take years.
Now, DHS Secretary Mayorkas says out of the 15,000 Haitians who arrived at the border, 2,000 were flown home, 8,000 chose to stay in Mexico, and 5,000 are still being processed by the Department of Homeland Security. Now, taking a national look at the ongoing pandemic, the CDC is recommending booster shots for millions of Americans who received the Pfizer vaccine. Among those eligible, the immunocompromised, those over 65, and frontline workers such as teachers, daycare providers, and grocery and healthcare workers. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schultze with the details.
Millions of Americans who received the Pfizer COVID vaccine are now eligible for a third shot.
We took a key step in protecting the vaccinated with booster shots, which our top government doctors believe provides the highest level of protection available to date.
The CDC advisory panel recommending boosters for people 65 and older, residents of long-term care facilities, and those 18 and older with underlying conditions. The panel saying no to boosters for frontline workers, but Director Dr. Rochelle Wolensky deciding to include them.
In a pandemic, we most often take steps with the intention to do the greatest good, even in an uncertain environment. And that is what I'm doing with these recommendations.
Many health experts agree.
There are frontline healthcare providers who have been battling this fire for 19 months straight, nonstop, who are at risk.
Among those who've already rolled up their sleeves for that third shot, the father of ABC News off-air reporter Sasha Pesnick.
I know the community was waiting, and now I feel a little bit more protected.
Health experts continue to stress this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. There are still 70 million eligible Americans who have not yet received the first dose of a vaccine.
The reason we're seeing lots of people in hospitals and still more than 1,000, more than 1,500 deaths every day in this country is because there are so many people who are not yet vaccinated.
75% of those eligible have received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine. But over the past 3 weeks, the rate of vaccinations has declined 37%. And in New York City, a vaccine mandate for school employees was set to go into effect on Monday, but a judge has temporarily delayed the city from implementing the requirement. Elizabeth Schultze, ABC News, Washington.
Elizabeth, thank you. And more to come on KMAC News at 10. Federal action against Texas's 6-week abortion ban moved through the House this week, but faces a hard road in the Senate. We'll hear from Washington, D.C. on what this may mean for Texas next.